Good morning. Oh my god, there's an echo. Hmm. I have that muted. No idea how to fix that. There are roosters crowing. Let's see. So if you're there, well, I hope that's working. It sounds better. I wonder. Oh, I can't see shit. All right, so I see people watching, and you just get to enjoy the ever consistent insanity with my stupid audio. Because God forbid, speak whatever the StreamYard fixes this bullshit. Fucking muted. Oh. That might help. I have no idea. If you're watching, if you really love me, maybe you'll tell me if the sound on your end sounds fucking horrible. I think I'm giddy. It's too fucking early. But I couldn't fucking sleep. And I just said the F word like 3 times, and I'm trying not to cuss on live streams, but what the fuck? What am I thinking? I have no idea what's about to happen on this canvas. Why did it sound like kiss to me? Oh my god. Anyway, I am going to use up this black that I have with this crazy idea that I see in my eyes or behind my eyes. I have no idea. But we will figure this out. Ooh. Ooh, so pretty. Something about being on canvas, like, man, it doesn't really matter what my soul is feeling, what emotion it's feeling. Hi, Devin. You go, just talk. Don't worry about it. It's just on my end, I would hear an echo because I have my phone on. The volume. I think it was just too loud. And so that, and because I'm in the stream with two different devices, the audio is not linked to the exact second. And so there's a delay, if that makes sense. Like I'm saying it, but then I don't hear it in my ear until like a second or two later. You apologize for the F. Well, this is true. I did. Oh my God. Yeah, it's not like I'm a monetary station or anything. Like I need to give two whatevers about it. I woke up and there are roosters in my neighborhood. If you can call where I live a neighborhood, it's like in the middle of the country, which is so bizarre. Bizarre. What is that on my canvas? Because I remember one day asking my roommate about us getting chickens, and he said we were not zoned for chickens. And I'm like, we live in BFE. You're going well with my coffee. Aw, that reminds me. Thank you. You know, I get started on something, and most of the time, I'm drinking my beverages cold, and that sucks because I'll get started on a project, and the beverage goes cold, and I've lost count of the number of times I go, oh, son of a bitch. And then what's even worse is because, these newfangled modern people think that it's a good idea to put a 2-hour setting thing on your fucking coffee maker and it turns it off. I go to get another cup and that's fucking cold because the coffee pot turned off. You can't win. So yeah, I was painting and painting and painting and painting all week because it's my first week without a day job to go to for a while. That may or may not change. It's to be determined. I got a few emails going back and forth with a few headhunters. I think one of my favorite things about having 32 years in healthcare is it'll keep it warm. Just put the cup on the engine of my Ford Pinto. Oh my God, Ford Pinto. Oh, what was the name of my car? My first car was a Chevy Citation. I hear Ford Pinto and I can't help it, but I always think of that car. They're not even remotely the same car, but they're fucking close. POS. It's the rooster that makes the noise. There's a big joke in there. Oh, I gotta not hear this joke. So I have an idea of what I'm going to do on here. And, don't quote me or report me to some, like, you lied about your art team. But at this point, my only plan is to use one more color other than what I'm doing to the background right now. That's the plan. But I have been known to change the plan. Which is my favorite thing about Canvas. I've been finishing these pieces of my book all week, and that's been exciting. but I have a little, how do I say it? I have moments where I'm just sick and tired of paper. I don't like to deal with it. I don't want to look at it. One was an Explodo Magic. Hi, Loopy. Hey there, you beautiful human. I miss you. I haven't streamed late, and when I have, you have been remiss. Yeah. So here I am. So because I get sick and tired of paper, like sick and fucking tired of paper. Because this is where my soul lives. My soul lives on a canvas somewhere. And this morning when I was up and there was no getting me back to sleep, I was like, oh, I know what I'm going to do. And so here I am. We must drink more coffee. Bikini body painting on canvas. It's ironic that you said that. It doesn't shock me because the universe works in those kinds of magical ways. But the one color that's going to come next is pink. And it is going to be a woman's body. And so, or maybe a man. I don't know. We'll see what I'm desiring by the time I get to that first painting. I'm just doing like a crazy back pattern that I want behind it. I'm toying with the idea of keeping it messy, like you see this, or not. I haven't decided. Ooh. Yeah, see, I'm already doing something and I like. You can see. You can see. Let's see. Oh, Loopy, I'm sorry. Finally got to rebound. Well, I hope it wasn't that stupid word. I don't even want to say it. Come over it. Not over a year of the C word, not the see you next Tuesday word, that other C word. And people are getting it, and it's still around. It's kind of like a in-law that pops in, and you're like, can you leave us alone already? When can we go back to just concerning ourselves with whether we were going to catch an STD during sex? Those were the days. I am clearly giddy. This is, I guess, what happens when you wake up and you start painting before 6, or the sun's not even up where I'm at. I just woke up and all I've had is coffee, and I am like in this giddy, like I'm almost drunk feeling. It's kind of silly. It's kind of funny because I don't drink. That's part of why it's funny. So yeah, I knew when I woke up that, yeah, okay, if I'm going to paint, if I'm going to do something this early, I'm doing a canvas. And I just did an inventory yesterday on what I had left that were blank and hadn't been used. And I had a whole packet of 16 by 20s that hadn't even been opened. And that's like fucking Christmas, man. Hi, Jody. You're having your fun. We all have to roll with it. Oh my God. I am like, I think that's part of what's adding to the giddiness is that I got to start with a blank canvas. No sketch, no illustration, no poetry, Just me and a blank canvas and paint. You know, I've had a few lovers that kind of equivalate this feeling of bliss I've got going on right now, but that's far and few between. It's been a long time. Yeah. You know, don't have a man to wake up with, so wake up and get the canvas out, and it's better than any orgasm I've ever had. Fuck that shit. Just give me some canvas and some paint, and I'll be a happy girl. Love, love, love watercolors. Watercolors are my favorite. They're my jam. I did start using an acrylic ink that I fucking adore. And I have to, that reminds me, it's on my task list for today. I might go in person or order them online, but I want to get different colors because the only kind of that abstract ink I have is blue. It was a color that came in a gift box that someone had given me, and I had never used it. And I got I'm like, oh yeah, someone gave me this ink stuff. I wonder what this is. You know, creature of habit can sometimes be detrimental to new forms of art. In my case, I am definitely old school in that sense of like, why fix what's not broken? And so it was a little hard to wrap my mind around using a different medium. But I did because I luckily and blissfully follow a bunch of comic book people. And I thought that you hear ink enough times and you're like, oh yeah, I got some ink in this drawer over here. Let me see what it'll do. Devin, Cab. I've missed some things in my chat. Canvas, let's go. Oh my God, isn't that funny? Oh, is that about the orgasm? Give him a cup of coffee and compare, knock it out. If or when in doubt, get a B.O.B. I'm almost afraid to ask what that acronym means. I don't know if it's because I'm just waking up, but I don't have a clue what that might mean. B.O.B. Let me think about this. I don't know. Only thing I forgot to do, and if you don't paint on canvas, you may not even get this, but I usually try to sand or score the top of the canvas first, only because some of these canvases, like especially the cheaper, I can't really say cheap because I don't buy the cheap one. I don't buy the super like, oh, you're gonna have to sell a child price canvas either, but I skip right past the like super basic, like the one that says it's not for a professional, and I go to the ones that say, yeah, it actually says that on the boxes or whatever. But anyway, I didn't score it is the point. And so some places like here, the canvas isn't taking the paint. And that's okay. I've had to do that. I've had to work around that view. And it's usually patience and waiting for a foundation of some kind to dry in that spot. And then the paint will start taking the paint. And then you're good. And then, of course, with the way I seal these and the way I do these, it's all good. Yeah. So the only thing I don't like about those inks is that they don't, well, even some of these other acrylics, they're not as water, they're water-based, but they're not as easy to clean as watercolors. Watercolors are my jam because if I have to spend as much time cleaning brushes as it takes to do a painting, I'm gonna get annoyed. Which is why I've only done one oil painting in my whole life, and that painting isn't even done. See, that's really annoying. That spot. Oh, yeah. Energizer and Duracell are my friends, Loopy. Every woman over a certain age or a certain amount of single time should just go ahead and invest in a battery of the month club. Okay. So I used up all of this black that I had left over from all this work I had done on all these pieces. And when I thought about it yesterday and put it aside, oh shit. This pink is fucking watery. Oh, it just went all over my board. This is not the pink I want. It's not gonna work. I have this one pink that I use just as similar to what, oh wait, maybe I do want to use it. I don't like that pink. Oh wait, what's in here? Orange. Oh no, say it says red, but I don't know. Someone needs to report the paint makers, art paint makers. There's no fucking red on the market that's actually the red that most of us, especially me, want to use. Most reds that I come across are like fucking orangey. I'm like, I don't want orange. I want red. And it's probably why in my brain I know I'm gonna have to get up. That's not that's what I was gonna say, but that's what I'm gonna have to do. I actually used a liquid lipstick one time just to get the right fucking red that I wanted. And lipstick, nail polish. So if you know a friend who knows a friend who knows a friend at Paint Makers, Deluxe Chemical Mixing, whatever, tell them. Go talk to the lipstick guys and the nail polish guys and get your shit together. Fucking, I probably just need to keep looking. There is a red in my oils that's cool. Maybe that's has something to do with it. Something about water and red doesn't mix, or because it mixes, it gets lighter and lighter. Ooh, what's this one? Crimson red. Yeah, I don't believe it. Crimson red. Oh, okay. Crimson red and white. I did want to use pink. So I was talking about red, so my head went to the red. I don't have a pink in this style of paint, but I'm about to make some. And so, yeah. It's so early. It's like 6 o'clock. What time is it where you is, Loopy, Devin, whoever's still here watching? Joe, I think Joe may have left. Yeah. People come and go. They see live art streams and they're like, whatever, which is cool. I'll be the first one to admit that my time on a live art stream is mostly spent listening while I'm doing it. And so I'm not even usually watching. What the heck? Okay. It is dry. And what brush do I want to use? I want to use that. Nope. Maybe. Ooh. Hey, yeah. I'm so excited. What's on this brush? I just washed these. Okay. It better. 9:09. Waiting for another tantric release. Our tantrics covering day. Yeah. I'm gonna need more white. This reminds me of Jaws all of a sudden, where he says, "We're gonna need a bigger boat. We're gonna need more white." I should paint this early every morning and feel like this. I don't drink, but I feel drunk. Now would be a good time to hit on me in person, in real life. I'd be like, "What's the bathroom situation in this establishment?" You know, there's 24 hours in a day, 60 minutes in an hour. Wait, yeah. And 60 seconds in a minute. Oh my god, I can't do math. Anyway, you've been single a while. and, yeah, I just need some water. I have these little cup thingies for this, and I don't know where I did with them. And I keep telling myself to look for them and find them so I can use them. And then, no. You see me doing this in a tray. It would be so much easier in one of my little plastic cups. But no, that's okay. It's all right. Jaws has been ruined for me after a fuck. Oh, ooh. Yeah. Fear of sharks. I'm thinking swimming, drowning, blood. Well, there's not. Well, I guess there is some blood. Okay. This is thicker than I think I want it, but maybe not. I haven't decided. Let's see. I don't think I want this brush. After all of that. Okay, I just washed this brush, but I need a new wedge like this. This one is getting ragged. It's getting like, you use me too much. I just had a visual in my head, Loopy, about what you said about Bob's. Hi, Marv. Yep, if we don't, what's the point? Oh my god, what was I saying that you're talking about, Marv? Hey. There's a part of bristle on here that's stuck. And I don't use paints that do that. Why is it like that? Oh, damn it. All right, fine. I'll use this one. If you watch Jaws backwards, it's actually a heartwarming story about a shark that gives arms and legs to disabled people. Oh, that's disturbing, Loopy. We've got to draw one of these days, Dee. Oh, Marv. I don't know what you're doing right now. am in such a loopy mood. It's so cool that Loopy Squirrels is here from my Twitch followers because I woke up before 6. I think I was up before 5. Maybe. I don't know. All I know is that I think that painting this early is a great idea because I'm insanely goofy at the moment. Okay. Here it is. Anywho, so Marv, I don't know if you're still there, but I was watching, or I was not watching. I've been painting all week on all these paper pieces from the haiku series, and I was just sick of it. I couldn't stand it. And so when I realized I was up and there was no going back to sleep, I'm like, yeah, we have to get a canvas out. And I did just do a girl on paper, similar to what my vision's going to for the moment. So we will see how far I get her out of me. I did her on paper, and I knew I wanted to recreate her on canvas. So that's what we're doing. And yeah, so far so good. This is the part that makes my soul happy. She was a piece I had done one day. Oh, sorry, my wife's there. I'm waiting for her. Oh, I'm 51. I wake up in this, like, well, fuck this shit. I gotta live my life without anyone to wake up with. So I get up and paint. And then inevitably, one of my sweet married guy friends reassures me that there's hope in the world and that there's actually men out there that do sweet shit like that. It's just me that's unlucky. Whatever. It's okay. One of these days. I've left it in my creator's hands. I got nothing to do with it. It's not up to me. I just get to paint. I get to paint instead of do what I would like to do first thing in the morning, when I wake up. Because that's whatever. The shape is kind of off, but that's okay. It's watercolors. I will make her my bitch in a minute when I try to figure out what the fuck I did wrong with the shape. Oh, I almost dipped my brush in my coffee. That's funny. It's funny. It's funny, y'all. That's what was throwing me off. Things throw me out. There'll be this certain part of this where I'll be like mostly moving paint around on the canvas until I get the shape right, and then I can let her dry and then go from there. If I can make her arm an arm, not too big, not too small, that'd be rad. Chat's not good. Your vision didn't call for coffee. I know exactly what you'd like to do first thing. Yes, Lupe. Yeah, you probably guessed right. Yeah, actually, it's funny, Joe. Tea is a good way to stain a canvas and get a baseline color down if you don't want it to be a stark white. I did it on a couple of my pieces. Oh, what's wrong with my words? When I one that's like vines or trees or something. That's how I got that effect before I started painting it and putting down the actual forms. I used tea. And then I don't think I've used coffee, but man, I can see how that would probably work. Oh, look, her boob's getting bigger. I don't usually do anything big when it comes to boobs. I don't try to stay small. I just, when I think of the reference, which is usually, since it's coming out of my mind, it's probably based on me, and I got almost nada. Which is really a lie, because we don't need to say what I wear, but it's not nada. Oh, I'm gonna have to move this water closer and move the coffee. So I was gonna do it again. Okay, let's put this water over here. Okay. So. It is really cool that the black. Oh, I know why. So the pink is a watercolor. The black I use is an acrylic. It is a water-based acrylic, but it's a new one I got that is not as water soluble as the regular ones I use, which is rad because I just realized, like, oh, the black is not even moving. It's not even coming up, which is rad. I kind of thought it was gonna, and I was prepared for it, but I didn't have to water. Check that out. It works. It works for me. I also had this vision, not just of recreating this paper piece here on canvas, because I liked how she came out on paper, but I also knew that I had done this piece of a swamp house, and when I did it, I found a few different ways I could do the paint scene without having to like sketch it first. And because I usually sketch first, and I'm trying to get to a point where I don't, on my canvas pieces, to eliminate any chances of like dealing with pencil shit on my canvas. I usually, if I do sketch, I'll sketch with these watercolor pencils I have, but you can still, like, I have to kind of work to make them disappear behind the paint, and it gets to be a little annoying. It gets a little, it's like this work that I was like, there's got to be a way not to have to do this. And so that's where I'm at. And when I did that swamp painting of the swamp house, I figured it out. I figured out this technique of how I can put the paint down and move it around, and I don't have to sketch. And that's what I'm doing here. And I'm digging it so far. Oh, I know I got sidetracked. I don't think I said it, but I was so sick and tired of working on paper. It's still early. My words are all. I knew I wanted to do something on canvas, and I have literally have 2 canvas paintings on my wall that are in midstream of being done. But I didn't want to deal with either one of them. I wanted to do something new. Let's see. Hey, Joe. Hi, Marv. Marv saying hi to Joe. You're going with the flow. Set is bigger. Really make a difference, Shrugs. What are you talking about, Joe? Go bigger. So does bigger. Hey, Marv. To clarify for the gutter mind, stretching is the first thing you like to do after waking up, which in turn keeps you limber for other things. I am a Gumby doll. It was funny. I see that, and all I can think of is how I've been doing yoga since my 20s. So yeah, there's no concerns with my flexibility. I'm just saying. Where did the water go? I moved the water and I can't find it. That's funny. Okay. Now, I want paint, and I want to move the paint, and I'm going to do another booby. I'm going to turn this around. Oh, yeah. I love how that black's not moving beneath. I didn't even plan that, and it works. Woohoo! Don't you just love it? Don't you just love it? I got no music on. Let's sing. Okay, her boobs aren't proportioned. Whatever. It's okay. I'll hold her up in a second and I'll fix it. They look like a heart from my angle right now. She's a huge knockers. Oh. I think I just lost my shit. Wow, Nori, what happened there? I don't know, dude. I don't know. We will fix this. That's so not me. I don't paint like that. I'm laughing so hard, I'm tearing up. I'm too old for exercise. Gumby girl. Oh, yeah. It was too funny. Like, that's one of the best things about yoga, okay? I know we're talking innuendos here, but I'm going to get serious for a moment. Once you get really flexible after the decades of yoga that I've done, I can go a long time without practicing and still have the flexibility, which is rad. And that's kind of the blessing I get. You know, like I could be way more flexible, sure, if I went back to practicing it on a daily basis like I used to. Oh, that's not so bad. It's not so much that her boob's too big, it's in the wrong spot. Like, I'll move some of it. And so, yeah. And this has totally got to go away. That needs to go off my canvas. Because that is not where her belly gonna be. Ooh, okay. You know, fellas, if you're gonna not be an artist, be an artist that makes you get excited while you're painting. saying. You know, it's ironic that I adore the male form so much, but there's something about it. Like, I don't paint it really. I paint women. And I don't, now I do kind of know why that is. If I'm going to see a male nude or a male, I think I want the IRL. I don't know that I could actually paint a man right now the way I'm feeling on the live stream. We would be going offline by now. Because the way this woman's making me feel, oh, Lord. Thank God I'm not painting a man right now. I love the subtlety to her shape in the piece. And, you know, you guys, if I can keep this to the pink and the shades of pink and not go to a different color, I'll be so proud of myself. Ooh, I don't know if Marv's still there. Wait, I'm too old for exercise. Gamma girl, LMAO, you're right. They are rounded heart. I know. I reshaped it, and I still have some more reshaping to do, but I think I'll get it. I'll get it. That's the beauty of watercolors and the way that I'm painting this right now. Oh, Marv, I was going to say I ordered a digital device. It's coming Saturday, and I'm super excited. The things I'm going to do with a digital device. See, over here, I don't have a lot of the pink on my brush, and the black is coming up. Interesting. Maybe the other way it was like the pink was keeping them from doing that. That's cool. OnlyFans time. Oh, wait, that's right. They are changing that platform. Greater eraser in the world when it comes to water. Water, exactly. I've not had to, but I've chosen to wipe a board like this, totally clear, with a bunch of water and let it dry and start over. I've done that a couple of times. It's one of the reasons why I like this medium. Can't really do that. Actually, you know what? You can do that with oil. I actually had a part of my oil painting. I got annoyed with it, and I took the thinner stuff that I have in a rag, and I basically washed the board. And I did do that. I've done that. So you can kind of do it with oil too. And that's probably also goes back to the other statement about it's worth it to buy a more expensive canvas or a canvas that's not like the super cheapest on the market, so that if you do have to do stuff like that to it, the canvas can take it. I do like, one of the things I like about live streaming is having the monitor on this, or the camera on this, and being able to look up at the laptop and look at the piece in the screen, because I can see things in there sometimes that I can't otherwise. We're going to blend and mix up here. I just did notice that it didn't seem like the black was coming up, and it kind of isn't, but it is, and I could tell. And now I'm blending it into it, which is great. I still like that there's a pattern underneath. I probably could have done this without the black underneath, but I wanted to use it up. And I wanted there to be a back kind of sort of foundational pattern underneath there. And now I have too much wet stuff going on up here. And now the boobs are a heart shape again. That's okay. We will fix this. It's because I need to give her shoulders again. She's gonna be so pretty when she's done. Well, some markers too. Only pencils for me. I don't have a good relationship with paint. Aw. You know, I used some markers on my haiku pages, and they were fine for taking scans and doing some digital coloring and stuff that I did. But the painter in me was like, you know, if I'm going to send these to backers, I'm going to want them to be more polished than this. So I went back. For me, I'm not a marker person. So my markers that I did use are like these super cheapy kind of guys. So you probably have good markers. So I did go back and I'm like fine tuning the paint on those, which is why I wanted to work on canvas when I woke up, because I'm sick and tired of looking at paper. So here I am doing a canvas. It's where my soul lives, as I said earlier. I will say it again. Say it again and again and again. I feel like I might need to, like, you know, go offline for a second and take a visual of my form to get the boobs right. Yeah, it's okay. I have a picture on my phone if I really wanted to look. Oh, I cracked myself up. I'm just saying. It's the best. Maybe that's why I paint women. If I need a point of reference, I just gotta look down. I'm just saying. Oh man, I am giddy. Oh, what is that? I had like a freaking lake over here. So much water. Oh, okay. I love like that happens. You know, you're doing your thing. You're like, man, I'm not getting this. How long is it going to take to get this shape? And then, boom, there she is. You guys. The great thing about larger breasts is they can do and make heart shapes as long as they are natural, right? You know, I almost want to go big just for the sake of good, because I don't really do them in my paintings. Why not? Let's just, you know. But I think I finally got it where I want it. Do you guys ever feel like that with a woman when you know, courting her? I think I finally got her where I want her. I'm all this bitch. I said bitch. I'm like, you mine now, girl. You just came out of the canvas and I finally found you in there. It is. It really, for me, like, it's sometimes like a scavenger hunt. Like, where exactly on the canvas is she? Where'd she go? Where is she? Come to me, girl. I talked to it. I know. I'm weird. Like I said the other day, someone on a live stream, they're like something about being weird or whatever, and I go, "Didn't you say you were an artist?" And I'm like, by definition, and if you're an artist, I hope I don't offend you, but yeah, by definition, I'm an artist. Probably insane or fucking crazy a little bit, just a little. I mean, not maybe like a lot, but little. I love this method. Makes the lighting easy. Oh, yeah. This is one of those things, Joe. I have no idea if there's a name for it. I just learned it over time about how I don't even really have to use multiple colors sometimes, especially for this part of doing a painting. Because by the time I get to a certain point, like there's so many different shades of pink on here. There's the pink I'm using that I started with. What the fuck is that? Oh. My alarm clock going off. Now I can't hear anything. That's so weird. Huh. Not that it matters. I think that I'm pretty sure you guys can still hear me. My alarm went off and now I can't hear anything. It's very strange. Huh. What is so weird? Oh well. If you guys can't hear me, you guys will tell me. Loud and clear. Oh, good. What did I do over there? I feel okay. That's all right. I got that. That looks fine to me. Yeah, I'm like I don't, the thing that I still just can't get over how looking. Oh yeah, this phone's not going to work. The phone has decided to stop working and have me connected in here. So luckily I was using the microphone of the camera that's on the art. And I don't need to be on screen anyway. And this is cool. You guys can see her, but let me get rid of this water. I am so in love with her. She's not done, of course, obviously. But man, I'm digging it. I'm trying to think of the painter that she's reminding me of, or in my head, like this wasn't what I had in my head, but there's this maybe Marble is coming to mind, the way Marble looks sometimes. She kind of reminds me of that a little bit right now at the stage that she's at. Oh yeah. So I remember what I was saying. So I like the thing once I started going live and doing live art streams, some of it was for my own, a few different reasons. But one of the things I love the most is looking up and looking at the screen, because sometimes I can see something in the screen that I missed or didn't really see, and I can do something with that. I can change it, or I can see an effect that's working the way that I want it to work, and then I can emphasize it, that kind of thing. And I love that about the live streaming. And I think I was saying something about Joe's comment about the way I'm doing this. So the other reason I got to this point, like if I wanted to do an outline, I could get out I could get out multiple colors and do an outline in a different color, or I can do this where I basically just move the paint around and the paint does it for me. It does the outline. The outline comes out just from the differences, because with the black underneath, and then you push the paint with the brush, it will make that outline for you, and you don't have to make it. You don't have to draw it. You don't have to sketch it. You can just use the same color, but it gets thicker, which means it's going to get darker when it's to the edge. And you basically can make your outline with your brush, which is what I'm doing. And one boob is way bigger than the other. Yeah. Proportions. That's okay. I've got a lot more pink over here to push up, and I will fix that boobie. It fixed your boobies. It fixed your boobies. See that? I'm going to just push up this line. Push it up, 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 push it up. Oh, so, yeah. Oh, getting there. Yeah, my girl. She's my silly girl. I'm going to talk to her now. Start talking to her. And that's so, like, I start having these conversations with the piece as I'm doing it, and they did happen in my head for a while, and then over time, by the time she's done, I'll kind of have a name worked out for her. I'll know what I'm gonna call her. We shall see. We shall see. We shall see. Where's that? Right there. I think I'm going to move her waistline. Yeah, I'm going to move her waistline. Because I needed to visually see something different over there to do this side. So, yeah. Yeah, I like that. Why am I sitting here waiting for you to say something silly to the work like, hey baby, what's your sign? Come to the canvas. It's funny. I was thinking, like, some of the things I say is like, can you just show yourself already? Kind of, or like I kind of did that earlier where I was like, where is she? And now I know where she's laying on the canvas, but I'm still trying to kind of work out the angles, and that's okay. And I have learned, no matter what I do, not to try to rush that, because as you can see, like, I'm fairly close to mapping out the bottom. And I know, some of it is, because I didn't come into this with a sketch. I didn't come into this with a plan. Like, I just wanted to do a lady in pink. She's like my third lady in pink I think I've probably done like this, or, using pink as just a general over kind of main color kind of thing. And, oh, wait, where is that at? This is what's cool is, like I said, when I look up, I can see stuff in the screen that I don't think I'd normally otherwise catch, maybe. And so let me think about this. Yeah, this is going to go like this. think. Or higher. 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 Yeah, sometimes I that's what I was going to say, was like I have, clearly I wanted to get up early today. I was so kind of, maybe that's probably why my body woke me up before 5, because I have been sleeping in all week, and which is fine. I still get plenty done, but I feel more productive when I get up early. Even if I get tons of stuff done and I get everything done in the day, which I had been, I was like, I want to get up early. So I'd set my alarm, and that's probably why I'm awake. Loud and clear. Okay. In black and white, I got better at lighting when I started inking. Yeah, the one good thing about some of the fact that my original medium was charcoals. I don't know if Marv's still there, but my original medium was charcoals. And so I got really good at dark black and white lighting a long time ago. And I have for ages stepped away from doing anything without color. I hadn't done anything without color for a long time. I have, but I had been so long that I actually had kind of convinced myself in my head that I had never done black and white stuff. And then I had to like, Dory, you only used to use charcoal. Everything was in black and white. I kind of did pastels a little bit, but not a lot. And, this needs to go back out. I will eventually switch to a smaller brush to do this once I have the basic shape done. I lost my line. I messed with it, and now I need to get it back. Where is she? Okay. Yeah. I'm happy with that. I've started with charcoal and drew for 2 decades with that. Yeah, it looks too much like a woman. That's a problem today. It looks too much like a woman. That's a problem today. I don't know what that means. Other than the fact that some people are just so annoyed or so bothered by cheesecake pinups, maybe? I don't know. Or the feminist, oh, you're doing a naked woman. Yeah, well, there's nothing wrong with the naked human form, male or female. And so this is what I love to paint. It's so, I just started a series this is kind of basically where she came from. I did this piece on paper. It came out of me one night when I was on a stream, and I had this leftover paint from whatever I was working on. And I grabbed a blank sheet of paper and I did this woman, and she actually she's sealing right now, and she's drying because she's done, and she's gonna go to one of my followers that was on a stream where I ran a contest where I drew names from people in my chat, and so he won her, and she is a paper piece similar to this. And I knew after I got all said and done with her, I'm like, I want to recreate that on canvas for sure. But I'm gonna probably do more nudes, probably a lot more if I can. I love it. I love doing the female form. I just do. So, and some people might get offended. I don't really care. Oh yeah, here we go. I remember now. I wanted to move this line of her arm down. Yeah, that works. I might have to bring her shoulder down, but that's okay. I think about this. I do like when you get to a certain point and there's hardly any water. It's cool because the paint gets even more manageable for the straight lines I want to create. Yes, I just wiped my brush on my pants. Not that you can see me. Haha. But I did it. I think almost every pair of pants I have, black or any even gray, I really don't care. They all have paint on them. Like, I know it's a good week or a good day when my fingernails aren't clean. Well, now that oh yeah. Oh, I hear you on that, Marv. And I got no interest in doing that. I have no interest in making a character like that. Which is probably why I think no matter what, I got no problem with a larger breasted woman. It doesn't offend me. But I think that's probably one of the reasons why my women, I don't go that big. I don't go big on the breast thing, because I think it's this, somewhere in my head, there's probably me trying to underplay this overly buxom idea that somehow is what's going to make her or her a she. It's, I got no judgment against the people out there that draw women's bodies that way. And I am definitely someone that doesn't like to draw to the true human form. So for some of them, it's like, oh, well, you want to make the breasts like just impossibly not even close to realistic. I got no judgments about it. But my paintings are more, they're just, they're, And if I were to be a lesbian, there's no fucking way I'm going off with some woman with breasts that big. That's just no thanks. That's a no thanks. It's not what I would be attracted to if I was interested in a woman. The most perfect female human form I've ever seen, in my personal humble opinion, and I would totally go gay for her, is Lucy Lawless. Yeah, she's just everything about her, proportion-wise. She's tall. She's beautiful. All of it. This arm portions are off, but I'll figure that out in a minute. Or 2 or 3. Yeah, I agree, Marv. I think it makes no sense. It's like, well, what makes you think I'm it's not even about attractiveness. I don't want to say that's unattractive, but it's just so fucking unnecessary. And I don't know why they feel they need to do it. It's kind of sad. Personally, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get a lot of why a lot of people do what they do. All kinds of people. Xena. That's right. I'm not saying she's perfect. I mean, like, I don't think anybody's perfect, but yeah, she's kind of one of, because I know, like, that form and her shape and stuff is kind of what I find attractive, as a woman's figure kind of thing. She's kind of where my brain goes sometimes when I'm doing a woman. Hey, do you sleep with women? No, but I have really intimate conversations and experiences with them while I'm painting them. Haha. We're gonna have to do some. I'm gonna have to. This arm over here is gonna need some work when I get back to it. The shape's bugging me, and I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I think the shoulder probably needs to get unrounded or something. Yeah. I'm digging her. She's purty. She makes me happy. She is purty. We're gonna push some more paint up. Now remember, my goal is to get this to where I want her. See her in the canvas the way I'm seeing in my head, and leave it alone. Put it aside, put it away, and be done. I'm not supposed to add any other colors to this. I'm just saying it out loud again for myself, because I tend to do that. I tend to get to a certain point and go, all right, I want to paint more. No, leave her. I'm going to try. I promise. I promise me. Okay. I think I found my shoulder. Yeah, see, this is where the camera is my friend. I can look up. I may not, I'm looking down going, oh no, man, I got that right. I don't know. And then I look up and go, yep, that works. That works for me. The world is filled with extremes that most would think it is impossible. So true. And the thing I was going to, I'd say to that, I don't like the real world. The real world kind of sucks, man. And so sometimes I have to remind myself that what other people put out there from their imagination is a good thing, because it's like the more imaginative we can get and checked out in this healthy way, because that's what books were for me. They were a healthy way of checking out of reality and getting into a fantasy or a dream life, or not life, but a dream state of, whatever I'm reading, whatever I'm interested in, and not have to deal with this fucked up bullshit that this happens in this world. And so to a large degree, I don't care how you want to make the men, the women in books and stuff, because as long as I don't have to deal with the real world, and if you're going to give me something that helps me tune out of all that bullshit, that clamor of the crap we have to deal with, the job, the money, the kids, the wife, the husband, the whatever, man, I'm happy with it. Make their boobs big. One of my favorite painters I watch his art live streams. Paints in those extremes, and I dig his paintings, man. I got no problem with how he proportions those figures. None. I put way too much water down. So it's like fine, I get no real complaints. Where was I doing? Oh yeah. I like her leg down here. Doing this leg. I'm building her, you guys. It's like I'm a Build-A-Girl. Build-A-Girl. You're like, wait, what happened to your line? Oh, don't worry. I got more paint. I was way too much water. I had way too much water on my brush when I started. Almost there. LMAO, Dory's Build-A Woman Workshop. I would shop here. Right? It's like, what do you think of my body? What do you think of my girl? She's coming. See, Joe? She's showing me her leg, little bit at a time. Little bit at a time. Yeah, so I'm glad I did that black underneath, because I don't know that I would be loving this as much if I didn't have that texture behind her to give it that marbled effect. It wasn't really per se going for marble necessarily as an effect, but it works. It works. We're getting close to the magic spot. I cracked myself up. Whoa. I just lost the brush. Okay. Now we work on the other side of the leg. Let's see, get the camera so you guys can see. So yeah, like one of the things I've been doing is practicing with digital, and I love some of the stuff I'm learning how to do on there, and it's kind of opened my eyes in a way I wasn't expecting, where when I've come back to Canvas, I have a different way of achieving something. can achieve on canvas using the same thing here, and that's been kind of cool. That's been really cool. I was definitely not thinking that working on digital was going to improve my canvas stuff. Like I didn't think it was going to come back over to this and translate to something that was going to suit this, this difference. Because they're really not the same thing at all. But in so many ways, there's things that I was doing that I did, like I said, on canvas or on digital that I go, oh, I know I have an idea of how I can get the same effect on a canvas. And then I come back to the canvas and I get to try it out and I get to prove myself right. I'm like, yes. I love it. So now I was already sold on digital, and it took a long time for me to become sold on it at all. So you guys admire her form for 2 seconds because I'm going to add more coffee to my coffee cup. I'm super excited. I actually remembered to drink it while it was warm for once. She has no head, but she will. She's going to have her chin and probably part of her lip or the lip, because the piece I did on paper, I love that part of it, like this suggestive unknown, but yet you see enough to, get it. Titties! Hi, Loopy's back. Yeah. Oh my God, I've been on for an hour and a half. Holy crap. I am putting my headphones back on so I can put on some music. Let's see. What am I doing? And let me go over here. I have to go check something. Okay, good. He's not. Okay. I wanted to make sure one of my friends wasn't streaming live because I hadn't been checking my phone and I had turned my ringer down. I had totally forgotten about it. And I'm like, shit, if I am missing him paint or him whatever, I would have been upset. But he's not. So that's good. I'm going to put my music on. Playlist. Where's it at? I don't plan on going anywhere yet. It's still early. I got time. I'm enjoying this. I'm almost done. Your artwork is a breath of fresh air. And now you can be like Edna from The Incredibles with this tech. No pencils, right, Joe? Yeah, I was trying to think so when I did that swamp house. I don't know if you were here for that part. I think you were. If you know what I said about the pencils thing. It was nice because I get to the end of it and I'm stepping back from it. And that was just a little bitty 8x10. And I was like, it was nice because there's absolutely nothing wrong with the way I do my paintings normally, because I do a lot of really strong black lines and I try to kind of give it a look like stained glass windows. And it works for me. But what was nice about that piece is there's this softness to it that I was enjoying and appreciating from it. And that's kind of why I wanted to okay, I'm going to use that same technique from that piece that my work came to when I was doing it, and recreate it. And here we go. I can do without, I just need you now. Another shot of whiskey, can't stop looking at the door. This is where I go, like, I think this, in some ways, she is still disproportionate, but I think it's okay. Actually, what the hell is that? Oh, that's all right. Not a black spot on my canvas. Said I wouldn't call, but I lost all control and I need you now. Oh. I feel I gotta think about this. Think about this. I need more pink. I'm a little drunk and I need you now. Something's twisted in my mind. Where do I want this other leg? I can see it. Sort of. I'm a famous woman. Could tell you how I feel just when I want to. Because now I can turn it up. Mark my words when I say, do my words when you think you can't handle loving me. Remember, I'm gonna love myself. It's you that I want. Did without you for this long. Your hair is too smooth for my crown. Remember, I'm gonna love myself. Love myself. Love is obvious. I'm feeling woman. Good feeling aware of who I am. Take me true, but you can't. Mark my words when I feel. My words when you think. Can't handle loving me. Remember, I'm gonna love myself. I'm gonna love myself. Love myself. You know how easy it would be to turn her into a man's form if I wanted to. Oh, yeah. That would be funny. It's like, well, she started off as a girl. And then, this happened. Do you feel the same? It'd make it easier. I wish that trimming an inch off of my body was as easy as what I'm going to do with this. It's nice to enjoy. Look, art is a breast. It's nice to your art. Your art. She is just not very hippie if you're worried about proportions. Yeah, I'm giving her, I'm working on the legs. By I think she's got her on a canvas. Yeah. I'm like, I love the proportions that I got, but I want to make something about this side was kind of getting at me a little, just a little. And so, yeah, you're not kidding. We can give her definitely somewhat pushy, I think is the word, maybe. I gave her some really big, thick thighs, and I'm like, I gotta reshape her over there. She's a work in progress, man. It's a work in progress. Not the same, we get to carry each other. Oh, oh. I love looking up on the screen. It actually has become part of my tool. Like it's become part of the like that is rad. I've never really seriously tried to paint standing up. I'm not a fan of the idea of it. There's no way I'd want to still be like, although I say that, but I also know I might actually be willing to try if I had a room big enough, because the only benefit I can see from standing would be able to stand and step away from the art and look at it. That's really the only reason I'd want to do that. And I can't do that in my bedroom. So because I can't do that, I just, I do this and I paint in my studio, which is also known as my bed. We've got a set, one love, one life. One life, you've got to do what you should. One life, with each other, sisters, brothers. Not the same, we get to carry each other. Oh, oh. Where? Oh. Baby, baby, please. So this gets to that point where her shape is pretty close to where I want it. And so now I can just go and perfect it, basically. Yes, you did. You didn't have to say my name. Night my circuit start a flame, but you did. Oh, turpentine, race me home, 'cause I don't want to live my life alone. Waiting for you all my life. Come on. I barely used any of that pink. I got all that pink out and ready, and I barely had to use any of it, which is good. That's a good sign, because the whole part of the point was to kind of do a piece that didn't have a lot of me, you know, there's nothing wrong. I'm like telling myself in my head, there's nothing wrong with the way you paint. But I did want to practice something more sweet, or something more, how do I put it? Softer. I am so not ready to deal with that arm. I'll get there eventually. To command, but you did. Oh, turpentine, erase me home. But what do I know? I let myself go. Honey, hello, goodbye, 'twas nice to know you. How I find myself without you, that I'll never know. I let myself go. Hello, goodbye, I'm rather crazy, and I never thought I was crazy, but what do I know? I let myself go. Goodbye, it's nice to know you, how I find myself without you, no goodbye. Rather crazy, and I never thought I was crazy, no goodbye. Nice to know you, how I find myself without you, no goodbye. Rather crazy, and I never thought I was crazy. Da 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 da. I rise, wait, the usual place. If time is breeze, there was no escape. You need a woman, you got to know. For the strong get weak, memories need place to love. Oh yes, slave to love. You with me. Yes, I was waiting to fame. Oh, slave to love. Slave to love. Slave to love. Slave to love. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. There you go, and again, it's coming up on the 2-hour mark. Thank you for staying with me. I don't know who's still here. This is amazing. I got real quiet because I got to that part where, since most of the parts of her shape that I was going for are there, now I'm just kind of finishing touches, forming of the form kind of thing. Yeah. That gap was too big, and it just made one leg look way too skinny. Not that there's anything wrong with that. So, 1, 2. Now I can't see the line. That's not okay either. I don't want that. Figure while I'm at it, let me take a stab at what this will look like. This is your night, the rain was on, it was on, she was tight. I can live with that. They're gonna put this all on me. Since I left town, you've been trying to run down with every girl you see. I think I had this. This is so... Is this what I was using earlier? Yeah, it was. Okay, that works. Just waiting for the final form, right? Yeah, it's funny. I don't think it'll be an issue because I'm not an affiliate or monetized or anything, but I've had artist friends, give me that heads up that like streams like, well, Facebook and Twitch, sometimes YouTube, they see nudity or nudity gets somehow involved on the stream. And yeah, I was like, just how far do I go with her detail while I'm live? Like I was thinking about that. And I was going to start on the arms, but then I couldn't, like, I don't know. My head was like, couldn't really function really. So it's like, something's wrong with her leg, basically. I knew. Sort of. Somewhat new. And I think I have it to where I want it now, basically. In 15 days, I took your love away. Sleep all day, took your love away. Since you've been gone, I can do whatever I want. Can see whomever I choose. have to reshape this leg. Got you here. Like without a song. Well, I can't stop these lonely tears from falling. Tell me, baby, where did I go wrong? Willing to give it another try. Nothing compares. Nothing compares to you. Remember you. Will you remember? I figured out part of why this arm over here was bothering me was because her leg was way too high. Pass you by. Memories. Will you remember me? I'll let you pass you by. Much better. Where do I like it? You can't see me, but I'm leaning back like super far on my bed. I'm determined to get this leg perfect, okay? You remember me. Don't let your life pass you by. Out goes the memories. Ah, shit. Fucking frustrated. First it was too high, then it was too low, and then now I think it's too high again. And I know it's just a matter of putting her in the right angle so that my vision can get the proportion right from where I'm sitting. And I think now I know once I get this leg right, I'm going to probably stop for the day for on her, because one of my favorite lessons I've taught myself over the years is when I start feeling the way I'm feeling right now, trying to get her leg right, it's time to stop, because I can't get to a place where the artwork I'm working on is pissing me off or I'm not loving it. And I will stop and put it away and come back to it, because I've learned not to force it. That has saved so many pieces of mine from going in the trash. So many. And so, yeah, I am definitely at that point where I 100% know I need to give her a break. Her and I need to have some time apart. We have to have a timeout. That's all there is to it. Vultures and thieves at your back, so big on twisting. Keep on building a life to make up for all that you lack. It don't make no difference. There's just this little tweak of an area right there. It's bugging me. To me, Mama just killed a man with a gun against his head. Pull my trigger, now he's dead. Mama, life has just begun. The love kept going all the way. Mama, ooh, need to make you cry. I'm not back again before tomorrow. Carry on, carry on. Doesn't really matter. Too late, our time has come. So chills down my spine, body's aching all the time. Goodbye, everybody. I've got to go. I had to come back in here with the paint the way that I intend to for Oliver when I'm done, because this leg was just not having it. Wasn't having it, and I was sick and tired of it bugging me. So I made it do what I wanted. There. I like that, but can't decide now. But that's okay. I can always take paint away if I want her to go back to being more pastel, which I already think I do. So there. Does help because I also kind of wanted to see this before I went to the top. I love one of my other influences in so many ways was Bob Ross, and how reassuring he was to the painter to understand that when you're working on a piece, this is my world. It's not controlling me. I control it. And I just realized I had that leg going over. That wasn't going to work. No, legs don't work that way, Dory. Doesn't really matter. Anyone can see. Doesn't really matter. Nothing really matters to me. Oh, yeah. I love her. I'm loving her now. The love has returned. Like, she was getting the best of me there for a minute. Okay, 2 hours and 15 minutes. I think I'm done for now. I'm going to do some blending. Oh my god, finding the brush in my sketchbook app that does what I'm doing right now was pretty fucking cool. It's a wash, basically. It's a way of using the water to blend the watercolors and even out the tone. No one told me what that was. I just kind of figured it out over the years working with watercolors. And she is a big hippie thighed girl. And I'm okay with that. There's a part of me that wants to keep fucking with this leg over here. It's pissing me off. Okay. Making love. I like some thick thighs. You build a lady was giving your build a form is a form until you add details. Just be careful. Just waiting for the final form. Yeah. She's definitely still in the house building stage. My metaphor for my paintings is I lay a foundation. I put up the walls. I lay down the plumbing under the house or whatever you want to call it. Put in the wiring. Basically build a house. It's very akin to building a house. And then I love this part. Don't get me wrong. I love a lot of it. But one of my favorite parts is when the form is done. Like my clown that I worked on the other day. Once the form's done, I could get to the next stage. And I wanted to do the legs. I wanted to put the pink on the legs because I wanted to get a visual difference between the top and the bottom. And I think I like the top more. So chances are this pink down here is going to get scrubbed away to some degree. Not a lot, but to some. I'm going to leave it for now. Luckily, it's watercolor. Even if I left this for a day, I can come back with water and remove quite a bit of it. But I think visually, ultimately, I'm going to go with this kind of coloring scheme for the most part. However I end up with this. And luckily, the rest of it can wait because I've been at this for a while. And as far as I'm concerned, this leg is still bugging me a little bit, but I know that I think that that's mostly that the giddiness is worn off. The joy of my 6 a.m. wake up call has worn off, and I'm going to have another cup of coffee, go sit outside. See, look, I'm talking to you about doing that, and what happens? Okay, that's it. All right, I put the brush away. I forced myself to put the brush away. Oh, I am so appreciative of you guys. Thank you, Loopy. Thank you, Joe. It says 3 people are here. I don't know if Marv's still here or who else may be watching, but I really do appreciate the company, and I appreciate the comments, and I appreciate all of you guys that hopped on, and especially you 2 that are still here, 3 that are still here. Thank you, because I'd be on here doing what I'm doing because I love what I'm doing anyway, but it is super nice to look up and have to know that people are watching and enjoying it with me. And I think that chances are this leg is going to come down just a tad more, maybe. It's too something over here, but that's okay. And of course, we still have to draw, the best part of the breast, right, guys? The areola and the nipples and all that stuff. But I usually will do that towards the end because placement is going to matter to me just with her. Like, she's obviously not a realism kind of a painting, but I don't want it to be off. And so I'll wait. It's kind of like with her head position and stuff. I kind of need to know what I finally come up with for her angles and how she's positioned in order to figure out where exactly am I going to put that jaw of where I want her head, like which way and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm loving her just for, as far as it is at the moment. Let me see. Oh yeah. There's something I'm seeing. Yeah, there's more to do up here for shaping for sure. Make her more feminine. She will definitely be far more feminine when I get to the shoulders and stuff. So again, thank you for joining me, and have a great rest of your day.